Good evening. We're going to tackle a different issue tonight. And I usually do my videos early, but, you know, had a lot of stuff happen this weekend. So, in life, when we're faced with, how can I say this? We have people in our lives that sometimes we ignore. From when we were kids, from when we were adults, that we just ignore them. Like, we'll go through problems and think we're alone. We'll have issues that we think nobody knows how to fix. So we shut ourselves off and put ourselves into ourselves, which I will say this I am guilty of this. I'm very guilty of this. When I have problems, I shut myself down. I don't call people, I don't talk to people. I'll call people and talk to people after it's gotten to the point to where basically you're at your wits' end and you want to go nuts and just go crazy, which I've done. And I don't think about the people around me. I don't think about who can help me. I don't think about the friends I've had or the friends I've lost because I can be a very cold person. I'll explain. When I was a kid, I had a friend. His name was Steven. We used to hang out in the kindergarten, first grade, second grade, probably all the way up until like third grade. So a kid moved into town that I didn't like very much. He became his friend and he was hanging out with him all the time. He was getting into trouble a lot, and he would tell his mom, my friend Steven would tell his mom to say that he's at my house. And one day I saw them and I had a fight with this kid that he was hanging out with. And I never talked to him again or apologized for my actions. I didn't bother to even attempt to talk to him, which was my fault. Because I think he wanted to talk to me a couple of times. He called, I never picked up the phone. I think when I had my brain surgery, I lost my memory. My memory was really bad. And I remembered my friend Steven. And I said, you know what? Let me catch up with Steven, see how he's doing. He was always in the smarter class. So I was not in the smarter class. So, we were friends and everything. And we stopped being friends, but for a stupid reason. And, well, how can I say this? When I looked up his name, I found his sister. So he had a older brother and a younger sister. So I tried going to find out where he was through her. So it took a couple of days, and then I got the message back on Facebook. They go, "Yeah, Stephen died a while ago of a drug overdose." That was hard. The friend I turned away, who maybe I could have gotten through that moment, and I didn't. He died of an overdose, and I never knew. So I thought for a couple of days, and it really hurt because we were really good friends. Like, he was my best friend, and when that happened, I started remembering names and everything else, and now I'm afraid to even look at the names because I don't know if they're dead or alive. And he would help me out in times, and I helped him out in times. And now I thought about it and I said, when I was a kid, well, when we're kids, we're stupid, we're foolish. You help each other out and then you grow up and then you just grow apart. You don't grow up close as friends after a while because you get older, or you just lose touch. Or you have a thing like we had. We had a falling out over a stupid kid that he wanted to hang out with, and instead of me to go bike riding and everything else, you rather go with that kid. So you never know the people in your life that are there for you and want to help you, but you close yourself off. You don't want the help. You think, well, I could deal with this myself. I've done it for years because I've done it all by myself. But you know what? I think back a lot of the times when I sit there and I look back and what I can remember, that there are people that did help me, but I just ignored the advice they gave and did what I wanted to do anyway, which made no sense. Like my grandparents, they would always help me out when I was a kid, give me advice. And you know what? The one day they were gone. But they were my grandparents. They were getting up there, and both my grandparents got sick. Well, they had cancer, so they died of cancer. But they were really up there, and I was lucky to have them into my 20s and my 30s, and they still gave me advice in my 20s and my 30s. But it hurt when they died, and I forgot everything, and my mom would talk to me and everything else. And then you know what? My mom passed away 2 years ago. And always gave me advice, always told me what to do, always told me how to work through a lot of the things that I was going through, and I never listened. Don't let don't cut people out and try to do things yourself if it's a really big deal and you don't know what to do, because you will fall. Like right now, I'm just falling. I'm free falling. I jumped out of the plane and I don't know if my parachute's gonna open. I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. And when I tell people I'm going through these videos and I watch them and it's for me and it's for you as well, I look at it myself and I evaluate myself and I'm like, I'm guilty of this. It's like, wow. It's like, what do I do? So, I mean, I want to help people like maybe go to somebody else. Like I turned like at my other videos, I said I'm going to church. I turned to a pastor. Have I contacted him? Because I haven't, like, I just had a couple issues and I couldn't go to a group I told him I was gonna be at? No, I didn't show up. I haven't texted him, which is my problem. I don't wanna f I wanna fix things myself, and I'm not talking to other people before I'm doing it, and I'm making these really big mistakes. Big mistakes. Am I paying for it? Yeah, I am. I'm paying for it. This is why if you're looking at my videos and you say, "Well, he's looking at him." No, I am looking at me because 'cause I'm also doing it as well, and I need to not do it. Have I gotten calmer since I've been doing these videos? Yeah, I haven't got I have my blow ups. Everybody does, I'm human. Certain things will affect me. I do have triggers, as in my other video where I talked about triggers. I have my triggers that make me very upset. And I've been trying to work through that as well. So I'm taking my own advice and I'm trying to make myself better. I have a friend that lives in this like lives around where I do. I don't have lots of friends, so I mostly have family in New York that I talk to. They're like my friends, and if my relationship goes south, they still want to be my friends, and which I appreciate them. They always help me out when they can, and they understand that I'm just sometimes a really difficult person, and I am stubborn, hard headed. That's me. Hello, pot meet kettle. And I need to stop closing myself off and not talking to people if I need help. It's always when it's the last minute games we're down to seconds and we're down to seconds at the end of the game, and it's either you throw a Hail Mary and you get it or you don't. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be like when you start going through these issues and you start having certain feelings, don't talk. Think. Don't react. Feel. Just don't react. Just think. Think about what you have to say. Because the thing you do say and you haven't talked to anybody about it, you could really do some damage. And I did some damage. I'm helping this person in my life, and he's going through a lot of hard times right now. And I look at him and I feel bad for what he's going through because I went through the same thing. And the only thing I can do is offer him advice. We hang out, we talk, we got a lot of similarities. I don't have a lot of guy friends. I usually talk to girls and all that, but he's probably right now one of my only true like guy friends I probably have right now in my life. And I'm always there for him when he needs me. I always tell him, come to my house, call me, let me know, I'll help you out. Cause I don't and if he's been and like we went out and he's like, listen, he goes, I seen you've been spending a lot of time at home and you got a lot of things going on too. So I figured, hey, why don't you come with me and hang out tonight? That's what I did. So he was thinking about me. And I, instead of saying no, I just want to stay home, I want to stay in, not do nothing, I went with him. It was a nice night. I haven't had a guy friend that I could talk to in a long time. And I'm I'm sorry I missed out on that. And I cut a lot of people out of my life, and I don't know why, but I do. And it's my habit I have. Like I don't hold on to friends. And it's a bad habit. In life, it's going to throw us curves. We're going to go through everything. And we're going to have moments where we're really low, but there's always going to be somebody out there. You don't know who it's going to be. Could be your neighbor, could be your mom, dad. Maybe you go to church like me and you talk to a pastor, or maybe you have a friend of your dad. Like I have a friend of my dad's that I talk to all the time. And he's always like, I'm praying for you. And this guy's great. He's always wanted to help me out when I needed it, when he can. And I know he can't do everything. He's not a miracle worker. He's not going to be able to fix all my problems, but he listens. He listens. You don't have to. And he'll text me and he'll be like, I'm sorry I couldn't get your text. I was out. I know if I text him, if he don't get back to me the same day, I know he was probably doing something. He used to work and then he got out of his job and now he still works because keeping him busy is what makes him happy. And that's what I'm trying to do, keep myself busy, which is hard sometimes because sometimes I close myself off to the outside world, which is not a good thing neither. So, my advice is for my life is short. I'm 48. I could have talked to my friend of the past, but I can't talk to him anymore because he's gone. Can't talk to my grandparents anymore. They're gone. My mom's gone. That list can really go down fast. And when it goes down fast, and then when you really do have nobody to talk to, because you stay to yourself for so long, and sometimes people will just give up. And I don't blame them because you try all those years. Why am I trying? He's not going to come through. I'll just wait for his phone call whenever I get it. And then you lose touch. Get help when you need it. If you're going through something hard in your life, maybe talk to somebody else, or maybe you have a family member on Facebook, or a family member on YouTube, or a family member that you talk to in a family page on Facebook. Just whatever. Make a friend on Facebook. Like, they have groups for everything. Like, maybe you could talk to people about your problems. You can find a group that can help you with all your problems. They may not solve your solution. They may not give you the best advice, but if they're giving you advice, they're trying. And the best friend will be the one that listens and says, okay, listen, you can do this. You shouldn't jump to conclusions. You should calm down. Take it easy. Don't don't get too upset about it. And now I'm learning that I have to be I have to be really smart and know that there are people out there for me. So I did it on Sunday because I had a lot of stuff going on Friday and Saturday. But to everybody, be healthy, be strong, but don't be afraid to be vulnerable because there is going to be somebody out there that might give you that really good advice that you're not taking the advice because you're just shutting yourself off to the world. And when you look at these videos, like I said, I'm not holier than thou. I make the same mistakes you do. Be strong. If you're going through something or certain issues, maybe find a Facebook page that covers those issues, and maybe you can find somebody that can help you with whatever problems you have. It's the one thing good about social media that we didn't have back in the day. We didn't have Facebook or anything like that. We had nothing. So really, you couldn't go online and find somebody, a group, and be like, "Hey, I'm going like this is a group for this. Hey, this is what I'm going through. What should I do?" And other people will give you advice, and you just got to pick the best advice. And maybe they'll help you think for yourself. And you can come up with the answer yourself, but they'll help you get to that choice so that you don't make a mistake or that you think before you do. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate the people watching my videos. I hope you're enjoying them. If you are, like and subscribe. I could get you hit that follow button. You can, whenever I go live, maybe I'll come out with a certain day where I have one day where I'll just have a time set for live videos. And if you want, we can chat. Have a great week. And I'm praying for everybody out there. And I'm hoping that my advice is helping you maybe go through life a little easier instead of thinking it's just not going anywhere. I'm at the bottom and I'm not coming out. Have a great night, and please watch these videos to the end. I don't script these. This comes from here and in my heart to let you know that's what I do. I speak with passion and I speak with what I got from memory in my life and what I've gone through. I don't script these. Have a great week, and I hope everybody has a safe and healthy week. And I hope everything you want comes to you. Have a great night. Bye.